A lot of people think that they know a fair bit about things, thanks to all of the TV series and films and things that they watch and the books that they've read and all of these facts about the sciences and geography and culture and history that get spouted off by every man and his dog. Like, everyone thinks that the Romans spoke Latin, the formal kind that you taught in schools and university. Yeah, about that. The Romans, most of them anyway, spoke Vulgar Latin, that is, Common Latin. The Latin that you taught in school or university, or if you're a proper linguistic geek, just of your own personal interest, was truly only used for very formal circumstances, like official documents and that sort of thing. In fact, most Romans knew both Vulgar Latin and Greek, and in the eastern part of the empire, Greek was the official language. Caesar, for instance, was bilingual, as well as by other things, I hasten to add, and his final words were transcribed in Greek as kai su teknon, which means more also you, child, rather than a tu Brutus or you too, Brutus. Although the popularly believed final sentence carries with it a feeling of betrayal, the emperor's true final words are much more sinister and seem to carry with it the implication that the fate that befell Caesar would soon come to bite the young Brutus in the back 23 times, in broad daylight, in a crowded forum. Speaking of formalities, we really should talk about the toga. If you see anything, and I do mean pretty much anything to do with ancient Rome, you will see every person in the scene dressed in a toga. Every single person. If this is truly the case, and every person in that scene were meant to be wearing a toga, then all of those people must have been on their way to a very important event, because the toga was not a garment for common wear. Seeing a scene full of people in the market in togas would be like seeing a bunch of people down at the supermarket in three-piece suits. Although that would be kind of neat, no. Most people wore tunics. Women didn't even wear togas on formal occasions, wearing what is called a stola instead. The only woman who did wear a toga were sex workers. It was kind of their professional attire, I guess. And while we're talking about the women, though not specifically the sex workers, of ancient Rome, it's awfully presumptuous of all of these films about gladiators to assume that women never participated in the sport. I'm looking squarely at you, Mr. Crow. I mean, linguistically he's correct, but only because a female gladiator was called Gladiatrix. But there's more a semantic difference in that than anything else. It's just the feminine suffix after all. In fact, the writers of ancient Rome spoke about gladiatrices in such a way as to imply that there was nothing novel or shocking about the event, and most of them seemed to be upper-class people wanting a bit of a thrill. I've got no segue for this last fact, and because I want to keep this brief, it's a short one anyway. Romans did not vomit during their meals to make more room for more food. That is not what a vomitorium was for. Hey guys, if you liked this video, then please click the thumbs up button and then share it with your friends, because I'm pretty sure they need to know about ancient Rome as well. You can watch last week's video by clicking to the left. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking to the right. And if you want to, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter or Tumblr by clicking on these buttons. And then I will see you next week.